Hello, Robbie Susan Chandler here from RobbieSusanCardsandCrafts.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator outside of Tallahassee in the town of Quincy, Florida. If you live in the area, I'd love for you to attend my in-person classes. I hold classes usually every 2 weeks here in my home on a Sunday, Monday, and a Thursday afternoon and Thursday evening. So today I'm here to share this cute Christmas card with you, made with a Sophisticated Sled stamp set and dies. And this card I kind of call a tent card because you see from the side it's like two little tents. Maybe it's a double tent card, but it's one on top of the other and it stands up like this. And on the back I have my sentiment, the sleigh, and the Merry Christmas. So it's really just two pieces of cardstocks, but let's take a look at all the pieces to make this card. Okay, you start with the base, and I used Lost Lagoon for my base piece here, and it's 11 by 2 1/4, and I scored it at 5 1/2. So this is your top tent piece, and then the bottom base piece is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and it's scored at 2 3/4. And you just fold it in half, and it's the bottom piece, and this just goes right on top of it. Now, the piece that goes on the front here, this one, in fact, both of these pieces are from this pack of paper called Winter Meadow. And I used this piece with the trees, and then this piece is the piece I used here on the front. But there's some beautiful pieces in here. Let me flip through real quick and show you some of them. This is one. Isn't that beautiful? And then that's the back of it. And then there's a really pretty, this one's really nice because it's a border one, and it's got trees and these little deer here along the edges. And then there's, put this back in here. I'm just not going to go. Let's see what else we've got back here. Those are most of the pieces that I have not cut up in here. Let's see. Now here's a small piece of one that's in here. Oh, and the back of this one looks like this, which is a really pretty piece. So there's lots of nice pieces in here. This was a carryover from our Christmas catalog from last year. Alright, so the piece that goes here on the front is the one with the trees, and it's 5 1/4 by 2 1/2, and it goes right there. And then the one that goes down here is 4 by 2 1/2. So that basically are your base pieces, and I have those put together right here. And then on the back, this piece was also the same size as this piece. So this piece is 5 1/4 by 2 1/2. So that's your white piece that goes on the back. And I stamped it, here's the stamp set, Sophisticated Sled. And I stamped the sled here, but the Merry Christmas came from Seasons of the Greetings, and you have to put the two together. Here's the Merry and here's the Christmas. And I just layered them on top of each other like that. And the inks I used were Lost Lagoon for the Merry Christmas and Crumb Cake for the sled. Alright, so those two, when you get those pieces on, then you can just slip this over here and put your glue right at the bottom on this edge and this edge, and you'll have the base of your card that looks like this. Alright, now that all was the easy part of this card. Now let's look at all the little fine pieces. So let's start with the sled, and this is the die set. It's got all these pieces in it. So we'll start with the sled, and for the sled I used a piece of wood out of the country woods. I used this piece, and also used silver. So for the silver full, this is the railings for the sled, and then these are the two pieces that cut from here. The side piece here cuts this piece, and then the base of your sled is this piece. So when those cut out, you've got these, and you lay them right on your railing like that. Now, we don't have snow here, so I don't know a whole lot about ice skates and sleds, but one of my customers did, and she said, you know, that this is the piece that guides the sled, and then this is the piece that you lay on or kneel on. And we do a little ice skating here sometimes when somebody will bring an ice skate rink in, but not very often. But I have done a little ice skating. So this is the way you put the sled together, and here's one I've already put together. Isn't that cute? And then we have, in the same set, we've got some little skates. And let me show you all the skate pieces. Let me bring these over. All right, so this piece cuts your skates, and it actually cuts two at a time, which is nice, because then you can you'll have both of them cut with one swoop through. And then we have the little laces here, and it cuts two of those also. Now to put those on your skate, this is what it looks like. Let me lay it down here. See that? To put that in your skates have a little slit right here. So what I did, I just put a little glue on the back of that and just slip that right in there. And isn't that cute how it just fits in there? Look, see how it's glued in this one? And then there's one more piece on it. This piece also cuts two of the little, gosh, what are they called? I don't know, the part you skate on. I'll think of it in a minute. And I'm sure you can tell me in the comments what it's called. But this is, and I want to say rails, but it's not rails. And you sharpen them. So here's the bottom part of this. So then here's my whole skate put together like that. All right, so now let's put this, oh, and then one more piece I cut. This was also from this Sophisticated Sled, is this beautiful little greenery, little arched greenery here. And I cut two of them to use on my card. So here's the whole little thing put together. Here's the sled. Here are my two skates hanging down. And then I used a little piece of this twine to make a little rope there to hang them from. And someone said probably could have put a piece here because you actually put a rope on your sled to pull it up the hill. But we didn't do that on this one. So here's my greenery. And then you're wondering what the little red dots are. It's from these, and they're called Cherry, Cobbler, and Pearl Adhesive Back Berries. And we put the three here, and then I just put some singles over here on the side. I think that is so cute, and that's really what makes the card. So this piece goes here. Let's just pop it down real quick. It's a really cute, cute Christmas card here. So I'm going to put it at an angle. And I want to leave enough room at the bottom for my sentiment. And my sentiment is also from the Sophisticated Sled. And it's this one right here. Let's decorate the season with happiness. And I punched the scalloped oval. I go back to this punch all the time. And it's a retired one, but I think it's great because you can layer the two so nicely. And it's easy. Just a little punch and you've got it. So, I layered the white on top of the Lost Lagoon, stamped in Lost Lagoon. I just want to pop this right, oops, there's the backing. It's still on my finger. Let's just pop this right down here. And there's our card. Isn't that cute? And there's our sentiment on the back. You can just sign at the bottom. So I hope you like this card. I'm going to put links below to all the supplies I used and also to my blog. You can go to my blog, and while you're at my blog, if you don't mind, you could subscribe to my newsletter and get my blog post every time I send one out. And I'd love for you to subscribe to my YouTube channel while you're here and like my video. And if you don't have a demonstrator, I'd love to be your demonstrator. I'd love to be the leader of your team too if you'd like to join my team. So until next time, happy stamping.